to Melbourne Ultra Football for the start of Welcome back to Ultra Football here in Melbourne for the start of the fourth round of matches, group matches. We're watching Hugh Best with the purple figures, Hugh from Western Australia, and Richard Edison in the red figures from New Zealand. So the long distance challenge here at the Australian Grand Prix. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the organisers of the Grand Prix, being led ably by Benji Batten, and also have to thank our sponsors, Ozflick, Turtle Goalkeepers and Slick Flicks. There are a few others we'd like to thank, which we'll do during the day. As you can see, there's some sponsors on the side of the board. So now, for those who haven't watched table football before, I'll try and give a basic description of what's happening. The aim of the game, just like in real football, is to get the ball into the opposing team's goal. The limitations, because of the size of table football and the dimensions, the ball must be inside that final quarter, fully inside that corner, before you can shoot. And that's the aim of the game. That's why you see these unusual defensive formations. The idea is to try and block the other guy from getting straight through the middle. So there we just saw a free flick. You can flick at the ball as many times as you can. Each figure gets a maximum of 3. Then you have to use another figure. And while you're attacking, the defender isn't just standing by watching. He or she is actively defending, as you'll see here. So he's trying to block, he's trying to recreate his defence, the purple team. So he can't hit the ball, can't hit any other figures. But he will try and restrict the angles for the attacker. Well, that was an attempt to go long by Hugh, but he's just found touch out on the far side. Now the attacker's waiting for the placement of the figure. If you hit the attacker with your figure, the ball's not moving, then you can have a back. So the other referee replaces the figures. Now Hugh's trying to attack. He needed to hit that straighter to get into the shooting area. Now he's turned around. He's turned it around nicely. Let's see if he can set it into the shooting area. Yes, he's got a chance. He's composing himself. Oh, and a good save. Good save by Richard. There's a lot of similarities with football, but obviously the fact that the figures can't move by themselves, you need to be a bit more tactically aware. So we've described it as like playing chess on the run. From a flick in, you get one positional flick and the defender gets a marking flick. So now Hugh has got a bit of an opening here. Gets the ball. Referee will be watching for offside. Now the defender has positioned his figure right behind the attacker, so it makes it really hard for him to shoot. Oh, shot. And it's gone out for a flick in. So we'll be playing all day today till about 5:30 down here at Ultra Football in Abbotsford in Melbourne. If you want to come down and have a look and talk to some of the people from various clubs around Australia and New Zealand. And tomorrow there'll be another day of competition, a teams event. So Richard's trying to, oh, he's dropped short. One of the idiosyncrasies of the game, people polish the bases of their figures to help them slide better, a little bit like curling. Oh, he's asked whether it's touched. The defender didn't hit the ball, so it's a play on. So great flick from Richard Edison to block the shot. Nice touch from. He was just kicking. Oh, now Hugh trying to. Oh, so that's a moving violation. So it can be either a back. I thought it was moving. So it's just a back. So Hugh's lining up for the shot. He needs to chip this. Oh, again, good save from Richard Edison. Let's see if Richard can counter-attack. Oh, he's missed it. He's dropped short. So now Hugh gets the ball back. Nice attack. He needs to get that into the shooting. Oh, just dropped short. He's got a chance here. Into the shooting area. Shoot. Oh! He's just put it wide. Took a glance off the goalkeeper, so he gets the corner. He should have really made that pay. I'd like to give a little bit of a shout out to our director. Yeah. At a corner flick, you get a chance to take 3 positional flicks. You don't need to take them if you don't want to take them, but the defender still gets a chance to have 3. So, saying before that I'd like to take this opportunity to. Ooh, nice flick from. Now Hugh he's got a figure offside, so he's going to have an onside flick. And then he can play with the figure on the touch line or the figure in the middle. To try and. So he's blocked himself out there. Going to try and turn on the ball as he turned. Let's see if he can. Oh, he scored. He's got a goal. He's got the goal. The breakthrough there from Hugh Best. Well done, Hugh. And I go back to my original one. We're trying to say thank you to our production director, cameraman, and everything in between, Louis Detry, who has forsaken playing today to deliver us a good live broadcast. So, well done to Louis. So Hugh's taken the lead with a nice little goal there. Just 5 minutes to go to half time. Richard, I think, is probably still in a state of shock from the shellacking he got from Pete Thomas earlier. Everything Pete touched was gold, and then in the last minute Richard had a chance where Pete lost his goalkeeper, and his his last flick the ball landed on the line, didn't go across.
Well, Steve, a pleasure to join you here in commentary.
Yeah, being joined by Benji Batten, the tournament organiser for the Australian Grand Prix 25.
Beautiful to see the show table, thanks to our supporters, Oz Flick and Mountain Goat, and also Turtle goalkeepers through the tournament, both players using it. It's a big game, this. If Richard can win and get a result, he will become the first player from New Zealand to progress to the past the group stage in the Australian Grand Prix.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
Well, not the first half he would have won so far. As I understand it, Richard won his first game and lost his second, and Hugh probably similar the other way around.
Yeah, so this is the match for who can go through. So
I've got my scores with me here, so who can get through with the draw.
Yeah, we haven't yet reached the stage of live table updates, and although it is, we're working on it for future events. There is a feature. We use a streaming software called Switcher Studio, which is based exclusively on iOS devices. So we've got 5 iPhones which are acting as the cameras, and an iPad as the switcher.
I've just checked the results so far, and with the goal difference, Richard's got to win. A draw puts Huey through, so Richard will need not 1 but 2 goals. Hopefully it means he plays quite attacking in the second half.
Perhaps,
Good
yeah.
game.
He had a few chances in the first match, the match that I refereed, but he just rushed in the last few seconds of every attack, and
He generally plays quite slow and measured.
yeah.
Luke Razaminski, the cameraman, doing the rounds.
Yes. I mean, we a few of my friends overseas have been expressing surprise that we're streaming this, but we're doing it as a bit of a promotional thing. It's also good to look back on these matches later on.
Totally. When you're here for the weekend, you're so in the zone, you don't
Yeah.
even get a chance to appreciate the games.
And Louis gets very focused on trying to pick the right angles so that we don't get things blocked out.
Just noticing the angles on the tripods we've got are so nice this year.
Yeah, we've
Leveled up.
and we've also learnt a lot about. We're playing inside the futsal court of Ultra Football here, which is a magnificent venue, but it's pretty much acts as what they call a Faraday cage, because it's all wire, and that really messes with Wi-Fi signals. So we decided to get rid of the Wi-Fi, and we've wired all the phones together.
It's looking like a scene's reminiscent of maybe. Oh, here we go. Huge shot on. Ooh,
Oh.
saved.
So if you're wondering what the strange lettering on the back of Hugh's shirt is, here's another chance for a shot. Cut it. No, so it stands for the Table Subudio Table Football Club. I can't even
Table
remember.
Soccer Football Club
Of Western Australia. Not table soccer.
I like
Table
the
football.
Air Emu. That's I think a reference to Anchorman. Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues. I'll have to check, but I'm pretty sure it is.
And he's got a shirt that looks like some camouflage of a First World War destroyer.
Well, as we near the end of the first half, he's got the ball where he wants it to be. Now, a good play here is to make sure with 40 seconds to go, you're only taking your shot at the end of the half. You don't need to rush. Don't let them have the chance to carry up the other end. Take your time. Versus Richard, he should have taken his defensive flicks even quicker.
Yeah, because he's
Or turn out he might have tried to run down the clock too.
he wants to regroup, repolish. It's an onside flick there. So that's half time. We've got score here. Hugh Best 1, Richard Edison 0. Half time. We go to a short break. Okay, we're back. Back at the Ultra Football here. Ooh. Hughes scored from the kickoff pretty much within 15 seconds. That's amazing. So he's put himself in the box seat to go through from his group. So unfortunately Richard now has an uphill battle. He must score 3 times in the last 14 minutes. So barely had time to get my seat, and Hughes scored. So that's a free flick because he's hit the figure then the ball, so that in our rules is a foul. So now Richard gets to pick a figure to take the free flick with. Then he has a positional flick. Then Hugh gets a positional flick. and then any figure that's within 4 centimetres of the ball gets moved away, so he's got some space for flicks. So Richard must start to attack now. So he's set himself up. Okay. Oh, I think he's lost his angle there. He's lost his angle. Let's see what he can do. No, he didn't have the angle, so it's a flick in, but it's a flick in for Richard. No, it's a flick in for the defender. So flick in for Hugh. Challenge. Okay. So the game of table football, as we call it, sports table football, derives from Subbuteo. Subbuteo was the game invented in 1947. Some would argue that it was a derivative itself of another game called New Footy. And Subbuteo was the one that took off and conquered the world. Millions of kids around the world, boys and girls, played Subbuteo. And it then grew on the back of the Subbuteo company, who organised events, World Cups, and were very, very supportive of clubs around the world, including here in Australia. And I have to give a big thank you to one of the former officials, company officials of Subbuteo, lovely guy, Trevor Spencer, who was tremendously supportive of the game in Australia. Here's another chance for Hugh. Oh, a slow one. He's just rolled it past that corner post. And Trevor really helped us and was instrumental in helping to develop the International Federation. And over the last 30 years or so, the game has developed with different equipment, figures, goalkeepers, like the Turtle goalkeeper, which is a sponsor here, pitches, goals, everything, and is a faster game. Some of the purists may not like the fact that the old curling is out of the game, but it is a lot more direct, it's a lot more dynamic, and it still has its devotees around the world, and more people are coming back and bringing, their kids back into the game, and so we're experiencing a bit of a resurgence in some countries, England and France. We're getting new countries into the community. We've got New Zealand, as you're seeing here. We're working on countries like South Africa, Tunisia, and Romania. So we're looking to build the number of countries. And within Asia itself, we've got 4 core members: Singapore, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, and we're hoping that a couple of the older countries, Malaysia and Indonesia, will rejoin the fold. So I don't know whether is that ball touched. It looks like it's. So there's a chance. Oh, it's a huge chance. So Hugh really fortunate there. That ball seemed to strike the crossbar. and it's gone out for a flick in for Hugh. We're down to the last 9 minutes of this second half. Hugh Best leading 2-0. Hugh's played at 2 World Cups for Australia. Every time he plays, he learns something, and he is one of the great supporters of the Australian table football scene. At the World Cup in England, he was the main commentator and was the commentator extraordinaire. Dare I say it, he was the Simon Hill of our Table Football World Cup. It's quite a challenge, as you can imagine, for the selection of camera angles, because you have 2 players and a referee around the table, and quite often picking the right angle so that we can see the action is a challenge. So suddenly the referee stands in front of the lens, and he's got to pick a new angle. It's going to try the long shot. No, that's a foul there. So now, what can Richard do in the last 6 minutes? He's got to score 3 times to get through to the next phase. Not the best of flicks. The ball sort of dropped into no man's land for him. Hugh trying to create again down that right hand side. Just knocked it into the area. So we tried the shot straight away. Keeper saved. Okay. Referee's given a goal kick, goal flick. I think there's a bit of desperation creeping into the game from Richard. Hugh just has got to keep that defence nice and tight. Drop short again. He's been good figure selections, so he's flicking the ball, getting forward quickly. He's got a quandary here, which figure he uses. Has he turned enough on it? Oh, Richard's blocked him behind, so he can't get his finger in there to make the flick. Oh, and he's done it nicely. Oh, another foul. No, he's taking advantage of it. Oh, that's back. It's got to be back. Richard our referee. Oh. Okay, we're looking at the clock. 3.5 minutes to go. Hugh doing some nice defensive work there to block him out. So he's got the ball. I think he got the ball there. Richard can't force it because his figure's not fully in the area. Nice touch up. An interesting attempt to try and regain the ball, but Hughes denuded his defence. 2.5 minutes to go. I think it's in the bag for Hugh, but never say never. You're relying on good old kick it out. Okay. All this delay is helping you. Richards into it. Yeah, across 2 lines. I think that's a mistake from the goal kick. I think it's a goal flick. We seem to have lost our co-commentator Benji Batten, who's currently enjoying a nice salad roll. Okay, we've got a minute to go. Richard Edison needs to score. But it's... Okay, he's got to stay on that left-hand side, but he's taking too long to make the simple flicks. Not too long. That was just always going to go too long. And he's given up possession, so it's Hughes' ball. He'll just run the clock down now. 20 seconds to go. He's just put it up long. 3, 2, and that's it. It's all over. Full time.